Alrighty, welcome back to the Final Fantasy VII absolute lowest level challenge. I am going to game while I talk because we got some more stuff to steal. I don't think I need MP. I'm gonna need MP eventually, just heal, but yeah, I'm gonna game while I talk because we got to steal some more of these water rings. How is the volume? Is the volume good? Or should I turn it down? It's a little loud. I thought so too. It looked a little loud to me. Turn it down a little bit. How's that? Is that better? Wait for the fight. Okay. So, a couple things. First of all, I'm on a bit of a scuffed setup right now. I've had an insane amount of tech problems over the last 2 weeks. I just upgraded my entire computer, which has been awesome, and I'm super happy about it, and I appreciate everyone's support allowing me to be able to do that. But right after I upgraded my computer finally, after having all these issues with all these other things, nice steal by the way, my freaking monitor broke. And so I'm back to like a scuffed playthrough, or scuffed setup at the moment. All my resolutions are off and it's whack, but we're making it work. But if the game looks a bit like zoomed in or like different than it did before, that's why. Secondly, more importantly, I had an amazing idea. So this playthrough is now being split into 3 different playthroughs. We have the Barret playthrough, the Cloud playthrough, and then the Get Rid of Aerith playthrough, right? And I was thinking it would be kind of like confusing to new people jumping in. We have to keep explaining it. We're going to have to explain it anyways because it's just a confusing thing in general. But I thought I'd do something to try to help people understand it a bit better and to make it a little better for us to kind of see the progress. And also actually like see the differences between the playthroughs, as well as if you're skimming through this on YouTube, you can easily see which playthrough we're currently on if you're going back to watch previous episodes. And so I cooked up a little display here. If we can go like this and then go like boop, bop, boop. Check this out. So now we have playthrough number 1, playthrough number 2, playthrough number 3, how many bosses we've defeated, what the total party level is currently, and we'll keep updating this throughout the playthrough. Once we get to playthrough 2, we'll jump down to playthrough 2, you know, and then when you're skimming through YouTube, you can actually see like what playthrough we're on. We can actually see the differences between the final party levels, you know, so I think that'll be really helpful. Yeah. The X is on Aerith's eyes. That was chat's idea. But yeah, I think that'll help a lot, just keeping up to date with this very complicated playthrough. And yeah, we only have 6 bosses left on this playthrough because we skip all the Midgar raid bosses. So, kind of weird, but yeah, we actually only have 6 bosses to go. And I included icicles as a boss as well, since they're pretty much tough enough to be a boss, and they're a unique enemy. Other than that, it's pretty obvious what the 11 other bosses are that we fought in this playthrough. Basically, if it has boss music, it's a boss. Just one boss. I counted all the icicles as one boss, since it'll probably be one of the hardest, if not the hardest fight in some of these playthroughs. So we need like 4 or 5 more rings, and then we'll be set to go buy HP pluses for everybody, and hopefully survive lapis laser. If not, we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board. Wow, first try steal? What is this luck? What is this luck we're getting? So, if you haven't... No, that's what our current party level is. We have Cloud at 8, Bard at 20, Sid at 2, and then I think Aerith and Red 13 are 14. And Yuffie's level 2. Yeah, we're probably going to get double Lapist a couple times. I was going to say something that I forgot. Or not Yuffie. Kate Sith. No, Kate Sith's 1. I guess maybe I was thinking of Sid. Sid's 2. I said Sid and then I said Yuffie, but I think it's just Sid. Here, I'll cheat real quick. I'll cheat real quick to show you. Yeah, so Tifa 6, Aerith and Red 13 are 16, not 14. Kate Sith's obviously 1, and then Sid 2, Bart 20, Cloud 8. So, there you go. Actually, let me go ahead and reset. Just in case cheating messed with anything. It shouldn't, but you never know. How much labbing was done for this playthrough? I have a whole stream that I uploaded to Patreon where we just kind of like went through and made sure that the Aerith route would work. But other than that, I didn't really do any labbing before this because I wanted to go in not knowing if it was possible or not. Because that's usually how the challenges end up the most fun, is when we don't know exactly what's going to happen. So other than labbing the Aerith route to make sure that it was functional, we didn't do any other, like, testing. This is the testing. Yep. We are the hamster. We are the guinea pig. We're saving up for HP pluses, because on our current level, Lapis Laser just immediately one-shots us. And there's nothing we can do about it. So we need HP pluses to even just survive the starting Lapis Laser. Do I have any elixirs? Maybe now would be a good time to go grab some elixirs. Unfortunately, Sneak Glove is so expensive that, like, it's kind of not worth it. So I don't think we're gonna get it. We did not test anything other than just making sure the Aerith route works. Like, we ran through the Aerith route on level 99. Like, we didn't do the XP. We just made sure that getting rid of Aerith and then you can, like, get rid of Aerith and then get back to the game. Actually. Let's walk there. Stealing jewelry from a crab. That's what it's all about. The sneak glove is in Midgar. You have to go to Bone Village and dig up the ring. Can you can go past this, right? Yeah. Yeah, you just have to do this again. Yeah, you have to go to Bone Village, dig up the key. What did I say? Ring? Dig up the key. And then go to Wall Market and talk to the guy that sold you the batteries. And he sells you it for a really ridiculous amount of money. By the way, we've been cooking on the snowboard. We've been doing the time trial. So here's something really interesting that I never knew. I always thought that the time trial in snowboarding, the best time you can get, like the best rank you can get, is Freak. I thought that a lot of people had gotten Freak before. And in order to get, like, the world record, I would have to get, like, a pretty good version of Freak. But turns out, on the North American version, there's not a single video online of anybody getting Freak. And I believe that Mathep, the guy that's been competing with me in snowboard times, got a Freak time just recently. But, like, up until this kind of new snowboard arc that we're all on, I don't think there's a single video. Like, I told my community, like, try to find one, and no one could find one. No one can find a single video of somebody getting Freak on the North American version. There's videos of people getting Freak on the PAL version. No, I have not seen video of it yet, so I don't know. But I heard that he got it. I just went through that snowball. But yeah, really weird. Like, I thought this was a thing that we had done, but apparently, like, no one's ever gotten Freak. It's that difficult. I didn't realize it was, like, an actual in-game achievement that no one had gotten in the game. That's, like, really wild to me. After all these years, there's, like, an in-game challenge that hasn't been done. Yeah, PAL is significantly easier. No, it's not even the sole FPS. It's literally an easier time. It's like a minute something. Or, I don't know. It's like with the slowest... It's slower, so the time is higher, but then the time is also just higher than it needs to be. So yeah, it's weird. I don't know where I'm going, but I think it's this way. So yeah, really, really odd. But we've been trying. We've been trying to get Freak time. We've done 2 sessions of it so far. And I'm somewhat close. Ooh. I'm somewhat close, but still pretty far away. That's not good. Nice. Nice runaway animation. Yeah, I tried save stating through a run, and I still couldn't get Freak. That's how hard it is. It's pretty wild. So we're going to keep trying next week, but it's a pretty wild challenge. Also, we've been cooking on the regular any percent run. We got a 139. Not official time, because I had to mess with the in-game time. But 139 and some change run last week. We're going to continue working on that. Are we dead? We're going to continue working on that this week. Or next week, I guess. So lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff happening next week. Lots of good stuff. We made that. I made that last night. On stream, actually. It's not really a widget, it's just an image, but I made it. What are you nitpicking? Go ahead and rest. I'm going to get elixirs. Because we're going to need them. I am pretty sure... I'm pretty sure... it's possible. I was 2 frames away. It is possible. Because I was 2 frames away on a save state run. And I definitely could have saved 2 frames before that. Because I had a ghost that was better. So, yeah. No, it's possible. But, like, not probable. You want to drop shadow on the text? Yeah, I could probably do that. Not right now, though. I wasn't even going to make it the Final Fantasy VII text, and then somebody sent it, and I was like, sure, why not? I was just going to do Arial text, and then I was like, yeah, sure, why not? We'll do the Final Fantasy VII text. We actually went, like, back and forth between if we liked that text or the Arial text better. But does the 9 have a dead pixel? If it doesn't, I'll add it. I'll add a dead pixel to the 9 so it's super legit. Excellent. Yeah, GIMP was kind of hard to learn, but I figured it out. I was able to figure it out. That widget is the first thing I've made in GIMP, so... I think I did alright. It is. It's very unintuitive. Which is weird, because I figured it would be more intuitive, but less functional. But it's like the opposite. What in tarnation just happened to me? Yeah, I'm through with Adobe as well, which is why I'm switching off of Adobe products slowly. Well, not really slowly. I'm completely out of Adobe products now that I'm using GIMP. So I already swapped off of Premiere. I don't even know the political side behind Adobe. I just literally can't use their programs anymore. They don't work on anything I own, and they refuse to update them. Premiere has had the same exact bugs for like 6 years. Like, it's been 6 years that I just have the same exact bugs and the same exact issues. Doesn't matter if I switch computers, update the program, reinstall the program, it doesn't matter. Change Windows, like, I went from Windows 10 to Windows 11 and changed my entire computer. And I still have the same problems. And every time I look up a problem, it's just a giant forum of people saying, yeah, it's never going to get fixed. Yeah, you just have to deal with it. And on top of that, I'm paying like $500 a year for Premiere, Media Encoder, and Photoshop. Which is like insane. Because they're not worth that much. I was mad at Adobe ever since they did the cloud. Like, when I could just pay $100 for Premiere and own Premiere, it was fine. As soon as they started saying you have to pay monthly, you cannot own any of our stuff anymore, I was like, yeah, I'm out. But then I never got out because I couldn't find another program I liked. But I wanted to get out ever since they did that. I hate that programs are subscribed. Like, why? Why? For what reason could you possibly have... It's so frustrating, because, like... The whole... Like, Netflix literally ruined everything. Like, Netflix is literally the reason that everything sucks. I'm, like, dead serious. Netflix ruined technology forever. Netflix was like, instead of buying movies, just pay us monthly and you can have all the movies. And that's like a good deal. Like, that makes sense. You either get a collection of movies and pay for each individual movie, or you get to watch all the movies but you don't have a collection. That is a fine trade-off that anyone in the world can look at and be like, yeah, that makes sense. But then every company on the planet was like, hey, we could do this. And they're like Adobe's like, okay, we can do that. We can charge $500 a year for our products. Okay, Adobe, what are you going to give us for $500 a year? Well, we'll update the programs. You already update the programs. That's just something you already do. So anyways, where's our $500? Like, that's all they offer, is the fact that they still update their product. That's it. What do you mean? That we're not paying for anything. We're just paying for the same thing you already offered. But now I can't own Premiere for $100. I have to own all of them for $500 every year. It's insane. Like, they legitimately offer nothing, but now you just have to pay monthly. And then they don't even update them. They update them once a year. Premiere gets an update, and it just changes the color of the program. It's like slightly darker, and they move one of the widgets. Then that's the update. It's genuinely the same program for the past 10 years. They have stuff like Microsoft Office. Yeah, Microsoft Word has been the same program for 20 years. They're like, oh, no, it's Office 365, which means you pay us 365 days a year for literally Microsoft Word. You know that program you were using in middle school? Yeah, pay us for that monthly. We added a new Wingdings. Please pay us. I mean, like, subscription services in terms of, like, movies and shows, we all know how bad it is now. But that's because every company decided to do their own service. Which, like, in itself isn't a bad thing, but the fact that they all did it made it a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like, Netflix and Hulu, like, that was fine. But then every company made their own and took their own stuff and put it on their own thing. And so for the consumer, it was no longer worth it. But that wasn't the fault of any of the individual companies. It was just all of them overall made it a problem, right? But Adobe had no reason to do it, and they just did it because money. Like, it's so awful. At least with the other companies, you could be like, well, they kind of were forced to because everyone else was. But, like, Adobe didn't have to do that. All they had to do was keep releasing Premiere, make it 100, 200, however ridiculous amount they want to charge for it every year. Just release the new version at the store on a CD, and people would continue to buy it because it's the industry standard. Like, that's all they had to do. But they're like, nope, we're going to do this Adobe Cloud and just continually do the same exact thing we've always done, but charge more. Yo, Talika, thank you so much for paying it forward. I really appreciate that. Wait. At 27. Maybe do it one more time and then we'll probably be good. So yeah. I'm now completely off the Adobe train. I'm learning DaVinci Resolve, which has been pretty fun to learn. And I started using GIMP, which is not fun to learn, but hey, it's free. Oh yeah, there's definitely been some positive to come from TV subscription services. I mean, like I said, when it was just Netflix and Hulu, it was genuinely worth it for the consumer. Instead of getting a bunch of, like, nonsense on TV that, like, they really didn't have to make anything good ever because you just had cable and you paid for cable, so it didn't matter. All they cared about was ratings so that they could play ads and get money from the ad companies. But in terms of the consumer, they weren't getting any money from the consumer, so it didn't really matter. Now, it's directly up to the consumer what they purchase, and so it matters a lot more to have good content on your service. So, like, you know, a lot of original shows that are on these services are actually good because they actually want your business, and it actually matters if the consumer likes it. A lot of TV, you know, in the late days of cable, a lot of it was like American Pickers and Storage Wars, shows that are just like junk food, put it on and play through like 97 episodes in the background kind of shows. Because it didn't really matter, like, if you were actively invested in it. Cable was just a thing you had on, you know? How many do I have? I do have a circlet. I think I have 2 circlets, yeah. Should be fine. Although it might not be a bad idea to get a 3rd circlet because of the spirit it gives. Maybe next one I'll try to steal from. I need to give you a ribbon though. Then you have then you have Disney Plus. Then you have kids programming, which right now is basically, what if we put dogs in superhero costumes? And then the other guy is like, what if we put cats in superhero costumes? It's just literally every show. What if we have cats in hero costumes and they're robots? Everything is in superhero costumes and is a robot, is what I'm trying to say. Every single show my son watches. Superhero costume, robot. Everybody has a vehicle and a superpower. And there's a leader who tells them to go on the mission. That's every single show. Have you guys seen the Sesame Street one that has Cookie Monster, Elmo, and a 3rd one? And they fight crime and they're superheroes and also robots? Like, it was enough to have Elmo and Cookie Monster as superheroes fighting, but then they're just also robots. They're just also robots. That sounds kind of hype. Have you heard Elmo's voice as a robot? It's not hype. I'll be honest. It's not the worst show my son watches. But Elmo's voice in robot form is not what I on my way. I'm watching that show, begging that he turns on Mystery Incorporated. That's me every morning. Not every morning. I don't really watch cartoons that much, but every Saturday morning, I'm sitting there listening to Elmo robot voice, like, please put on Mystery Incorporated, please. Or even Odd Squad. Odd Squad's pretty goated. Cookie Monster Crash Out. The best kid shows are ones that are good for the adults as well, so. Imagine a kid show where, like, the adults make mistakes and then, like, learn. Whoa. Dora was pretty great. Screw Diego, though, or whatever his name was. Total ripoff. Diego, go! No, go away, Diego. That's what I'm saying. Diego the Ego. Go, Diego, go. That's what it was. No, Diego, no. That's what I'm saying. I'm just glad my son isn't growing up with, like, late 2010s Cartoon Network. Like freaking Uncle Grandpa. The haha XD humor era that they went through. Holy crap. That was so bad. I have a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. Gumball is really good, yeah. I like Gumball. Gumball, regular show, Adventure Time. Yeah. That's the good stuff. I almost wore my Cartoon Network shirt today, and then I didn't. I shoulda. Missed opportunity. I haven't watched Gravity Falls. I kind of want to at some point. People say it's like the Netflix original of cartoons. People really liked Steven Universe too, but I wasn't a big fan. I actually watched a little bit of Steven Universe. It was alright, but I wasn't like super invested. Can't catch me watching cartoons nowadays. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree. I have had zero time, but also desire to watch TV over the past couple of years. But whenever the desire finally strikes me, I have Samurai Jack on DVD I'm gonna watch. That is my first thing to watch. I freaking love Samurai Jack. I watched the first couple episodes with my cousin a while back when I first bought the DVD. And man, it's just as good as it ever was. It's just as good as it ever was. That episode, there's a random episode. I don't know what, maybe it's season 1, because I feel like we saw it when we watched, but there's a random episode with almost no sound. It's almost completely silent the entire episode. And it's one of the best episodes. It's so good. I mean, that show was so ahead of its time, it's nuts. Yeah, me too. I mean, I keep telling people, like, one day I'm just gonna, like, buy a recliner and sit down and watch all the stuff I missed out on. Because right now, I just can't find myself sitting and watching stuff. I have too many other things I want to do. Not that, like, watching TV is a waste of time. Like, whatever you want to do with your time, like, do it. If you feel fulfilled, that's all that matters. But I just don't feel fulfilled watching TV right now. Like, I sit and I start watching it and I'm like, I want to do other things. And it's not like the show's fault. It's not like the show's bad. It's just my brain right now it's too active. I don't want to force myself to be inactive when my brain wants to be active. I got to take advantage while I want to be active and do things that I want to do. The TV shows will always be there, you know. When I'm old and crusty and don't want to do things, that's when I can watch the TVs. But that's not to say that, like, you know, there's anything wrong with it or anything. How's it going, Ember? If you love Samurai Jack, you would appreciate Gendy Tartakov. Why'd you do this to me? Tartakov Skies? Tartovskis? Tartakovskis. Tartakovskis. Primal. Nailed it. You'll have to look that up. I never heard of it. Tater Tot V. Yo, was that Tater Tot V? Love that guy. Love Tater Tot V. Sounds like a overpowered Pokemon card. I play Tater Tot V Max. Tater Tot Bean. Also, thank you, Huggy, very much for the 25 primer. Appreciate that. We used to watch Lost in English class because my English teacher was an actual scam and didn't teach us a single thing. She would pretend to teach us something one day a week, and then we would watch Lost every other day of the week. What is this enemy called? Acrophes. Ancient Greek warrior Acrophes. Anchovies. Anchovies. What's that smell? That smelly smell that smells smelly. Why does this guy crit so often? Every other hit's a crit. This is what happens in science class when you start messing with the beakers too much. When you mix the purple and the yellow liquids when the teacher tells you not to. This is what happens. This is what happens when you don't put the safety goggles on to measure the water. When you leave the Bunsen burner on for too long. Come on, Barret. You were getting like first try steals before. Alright, we got 13. Get 3 more. Dude, I should have worn like safety goggles whenever I went into the pool as a kid, because I swear every time I get into a pool, water gets in my eyes somehow, even with glasses. Even if I'm wearing glasses, the water will like curve around my glasses and end up in my eyes. That's just a lie about my age on the internet. If I'm 21, you're like 5. I just said I have a 7-year-old son and a 4-year-old son. I better not be 21. Ow. That hurt. What was that show? Teen Mom? Maybe I was in that show. Mid-30s? Oh my god. Can we just talk about something else? God, before the end of the conversation, I'm gonna be 50. You guys are aging me. listen, even when I am mid-30s, I'm not going to be mid-30s. You understand me? When I'm 30, I'm 20. When I'm 40, I'm 30. When I'm 50, I'm 20. 5. 25. And when I'm 60, I'm buying a motorcycle.